Hello, Stephen O'Deal Remmert here, and today we're really excited to be able to introduce to you some information that we've discovered. We're going to be actually giving you the truth about reprogramming your subconscious mind.
So, what is the truth about the subconscious mind, I hear you ask?
Well, tell me. Why don't you tell me and tell everyone else? What's the truth about reprogramming the subconscious?
So, basically, when a child is born, well, first of all, I've spent a lot of years trying to find out about the subconscious mind, and I knew that I had subconscious blocks that were stopping me from, creating the financial situation that I wanted, relationships, all areas of my life. I was trying so hard with everything, especially finances, especially money. And no matter what I did, I seemed to be experiencing self-sabotage. Something would always happen to bring me back to the state of struggle. And I tried everything to try to reprogram my subconscious mind. I tried affirmations, I tried the hypnosis stuff, the self-hypnosis things, subliminal programming, all kinds of stuff, and all kinds of modalities and techniques and everything. And eventually we came across something that explains why none of those work. Because what the subconscious actually is and how it works and how it runs everything, and secondly, how to change it effectively so that it actually works. And it's worked for us, so we're really excited to share this with you. So the first thing is, so we're going to cover how the subconscious is programmed in the first place, which is what leads to how to change it. And secondly, how it affects your daily life all the time, all areas of your life. It's your subconscious that's running everything, even though your conscious mind thinks that it's running the show. You think you're making a decision consciously, absolutely everything is coming from your subconscious. And thirdly, and most importantly, how to change it. So, which is very exciting. So, and you can change it yourself. You don't need any, gadgets and products and stuff. You can do it yourself. So the first thing is how it's programmed. So when a baby's born, every experience we experience is recorded by the subconscious, but it's not recorded like a camera records something. So it's not recorded accurately as it happens. The subconscious interprets the experience, gives it meaning, and then files the meaning as fact of who we are and how the world works. And that's why a baby can be born in rural Africa or Hollywood and learn to thrive in that environment, because we learn as we grow through experience, and it's the subconscious that is building that structure of who I am and how the world works based on what I'm experiencing. And every new experience is then filtered through that information, through those so-called facts. And it builds structures of the individual self and how the world works. And so...
And we'll give you an example of that in a minute.
And then every moment of your life, your subconscious is referring to that information, those facts, and then prompting your brain to trigger your organs to produce chemicals. And those chemicals create sensations, emotions, feelings, impulses. And the conscious mind interprets those and to mean whatever, it's the role of the conscious mind is to make sense of things. And we are making decisions and choices and taking action or not taking action based on these sometimes very, very subtle feelings and sensations in the body. And because it happens so quickly, we think we are making conscious decisions, but we're not. And so, if you've got an example of how that can affect money, for example. Do you want to?
Yeah. So you know, if we can just we'll slow it down for just a second, kind of give
I'm excited.
give everybody a chance to get on board. But to give you like a real life example, you know, from my own experience, you know, an example of the program that gets filed through the memories. So everything is happening with these early memories that are formed, and then we're building these structures. So as a small child, so this is just one example. I saw my father come home a lot of evenings. He was an auto mechanic, and he would come home, and I remember, you know, I had some memories, lots of memories of him coming home, talking about working on these rich bastards' cars, or he would have some altercation with somebody. So there was a link. There's a memory there. There's a memory there of my dad not liking, you know, these rich bastards. So there's a link formed in my subconscious about it's dangerous to have money because my dad doesn't like rich people.
Yeah.
He doesn't like people with money because they're rich bastards. Even though I may have not known what rich bastard meant, I knew that he was not happy.
Yeah.
And my subconscious formed that link early on that it's not safe to have money in my family system. So that memory got filed, and then the structure got built on the top of that.
That's it, yeah.
And then, you know, as my life progressed, my subconscious was doing what it was designed to do, which is keep me safe and keep me in alignment with that original structure, that original program. It's safe. It's not
safe for money.
Yeah, exactly. I'm safe if I'm in alignment with that program, and the program is it's not safe to have money. Even though that doesn't make any conscious, rational, logical sense, that's the program that was in place.
That's it. So what was happening in real time is that every time Steve would have an opportunity to end up with more money in whatever way, or when he did get more money, the subconscious referred to the fact that money is dangerous. And it came to that conclusion not because it has any ability to reason or use logic, but because it linked money with danger. So breaking it down, human children and babies are not designed to survive on their own.
Right.
So it's a core survival instinct to please your carers. Whoever raised you, it will be a survival drive that you need to please them. And when they're not pleased, you're in danger. So as far as the subconscious is concerned, if your parent is not pleased with you, is disappointed with you, angry with you, anything like that, your life is in danger.
Exactly.
Okay, is the way it's interpreted frequently. And so it made that connection between physical danger, my life is in danger, and money. Because if you are rejected by your parent, you won't survive, is the kind of program there. So it referred to that. So having extra money is dangerous. So as soon as you get extra money, your subconscious refers to that fact that you could die, and then it prompts your brain to trigger your organs to produce chemicals that are going to cause sensations, feelings, emotions, and impulses that are going to do whatever it takes to steer you away from it. So whether it is making you go into a state of fight or flight when you have to ask for a raise or ask to be paid for what you do. This is why a lot of people feel they can't charge for their services or their products. Or it could affect you in, increasing your spending.
Or not being able to see certain opportunities.
Exactly, or your judgment. It very much affects your judgment. So you'll think this is a great opportunity and it turns out to be a scam. And it's because your subconscious is filtering everything you are receiving, and it affects the way you process information, the opportunities you notice and willing to take advantage of, and so on. It affects absolutely everything.
It doesn't make any logical sense. It doesn't make rational sense, but it doesn't have to. It's just following a program. It's following the code that was written.
Yeah, so what I want to say is that it's like, so the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind is the conscious mind uses logic and reason, and we can judge things as unrealistic. So we know cars can't fly yet anyway. We know that, you know, you can't, if you were bullied as a child, we know that those bullies won't suddenly magically become friends. You know, Mary Poppins can't suddenly drop from the sky. The conscious mind knows that. The subconscious has no idea. The subconscious cannot judge something as unrealistic. It doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. And this is key for a number of reasons. Number one, it explains a lot of why we have these programs. But number two, and most interestingly and most usefully, it enables us to reprogram it with anything we want. So here's the thing. So when you go to see a movie, you go to see a scary movie.
Exactly.
Your body and brain go into the same state they would if the threat was real. So your heart rate increases, adrenaline is pumped into your bloodstream, your palms get sweaty, you go into that fight, freeze, flight state because your body and brain, your subconscious mind, which is controlling your body and brain, they don't know the difference between reality and imagination. So the only thing stopping you from running, screaming into the street is because your conscious mind knows it's just a movie.
We've all experienced it.
Yeah. So now, but this is key because it explains why your conscious mind can know something while your subconscious has no clue, because they work in very different ways. So the answer to reprogramming the subconscious mind is changing the memories, the childhood memories. And the reason for that is because it's those early memories that are providing the proof and the evidence for who you are and how the world works. So in your case,
yeah.
Sorry, you want to say?
No, what I was going to say is, you know, so if you're hearing this information for the first time, you know, it sounds a little bit like a little creepy to be thinking about changing memories.
Right.
Am I erasing memories?
Mm-hmm. So yeah. So well, first of all, I want to say why they need to change the memories, and then I'll address that objection. So first of all, so by changing, for example, that memory of your dad talking about the rich bastards, by changing it to where your dad is wealthy himself, and it's okay to have money. In fact, it's safe to have money, and so on. Then you go about your daily life, and your subconscious is referring to that that fact that it's safe to have money, and there's proof. You've changed the proof and the evidence, so the subconscious thinks, this is cool, this is okay, and therefore it's then prompting your brain to trigger your organs to produce completely different chemicals, which are going to result in completely different behaviors, perception, perspective, choices, decisions, reactions. Everything will be different. Who you are becomes something different. Yeah. And so the role of the subconscious, number one, is to gather information, to tell you who you are and how the world works through your early experiences. And then the second and most important role is to keep you safe. It uses that information to keep you safe. And keeping safe is not the same as the conscious mind's version of keeping safe. So, so changing memories, So if you think about, you know, the fact that everybody who remembers something remembers it differently. So if you and I see the same event, we'll remember it in different ways. And it's because it's filtered through perception. Memories aren't real now anyway, so we can change them. So the key to changing your subconscious, reprogram your subconscious, is to change childhood memories. And watch our next video and we'll show you how to do that.